So I think this is kind of like apples and oranges here. A child who's being used for content or even a reality show, because that's not an actor, they have no boundaries. They don't have the ability to have boundaries. They don't own their time, their face, their space, nothing. They own nothing. Their parents own them, and they treat them like property by shoving a camera in their face at every opportunity to create content from whatever that child is doing or going through in that moment. And I am 100,000% on every level completely against that. As much as, like, look, I love these little kids, like when they're eating and they're so cute. I love it, but I don't need it. What I need is that those children have their right to privacy secured, respected, and don't grow up in front of a camera. Part of also what's happening with that is these children are learning that their worth is based on how many likes they get. They're being exposed to things that is going to enforce that their worth in this world is based on external value instead of internal. So we are going down a road here that has damage attached to it for a lifetime. It's going to be a lot to undo later on. Now let's get to the child actors. In a perfect world, we wouldn't need them. We would just have adults acting on screen. That's not going to happen. And I say in a perfect world, but there's kids who love to perform. There's kids who are musically gifted. This is not the same thing as having your whole life exposed or not knowing when your life is going to be exposed. This is a moment in time that is secured in advance that you're performing either, an acting skill or an instrument, whatever it is like that. My problem with this industry, though, is that it is still one where that child doesn't get to be a child. They don't have balance. Oftentimes, like, they have tutors on set and that's how they're doing school. They are homeschooled, but they're not homeschooled the way most kids are homeschooled, where they have their activities on the side, because their activity is their acting. And maybe those kids also aren't getting to do the extracurriculars like sports and other things that they want to pursue. So my problem with the child acting is really, what is the balance of the life for that child? I want to see those kids in regular school and not be allowed to have this on-site stuff so that they can have that experience. I want their time to be more protected. And I also would like to see the parts that they play only be age appropriate for them, because there's a lot of times where kids are playing roles now that in my mind are sexualized and things like that, that they're